Hey everyone, I'm Peter Ditender, Microsoft Technical Trainer. And with that, I would say welcome or welcome back to this MS-4007 course covering user enablement for Microsoft M365 Copilot. In this module, you will learn about the second phase in the project called Onboard and Engage, which is part of the Microsoft 365 adoption framework. And you're going to learn how to empower your employees to use Microsoft 365 Copilot effectively and efficiently. In this module, you'll move into the second phase, right? Onboarding and engaging of your adoption journey with Microsoft 365 Copilot. This is really a crucial phase, and it focuses on building and launching an adoption plan for that Microsoft 365 Copilot rollout. You'll learn how to support technological change by preparing the technical environment, building a community of practice, and working what we call champions and early adopters. You'll be guided on how to create effective engagement and training strategies that include rapid adoption methods to generate excitement and encourage quick adoption. This specific module will help you and your organization enable and empower all your employees to use Microsoft 365 Copilot effectively and efficiently. Now, one of the best ways to drive user enablement is through peer learning, which really fosters a culture of knowledge sharing. The best way to achieve this is what, at least out of Microsoft, we recommend by establishing a community of practice, or it could be called a Copilot Center of Excellence. Now, if you think about it, what actually is this Copilot Center of Excellence? In short, a Center of Excellence is a virtual community that allows Copilot users to connect, share ideas, and support each other. It also creates buzz for this new way of working, allowing users to learn from those who've successfully implemented Copilot already. It's an essential step in generating excitement and really driving healthy usage adoption of Microsoft 365 Copilot. Now, you might already have a location where your user community interacts with each other, or maybe a place where they submit IT help desk requests. The Copilot Center of Excellence can really enhance this current location by providing best practice guidance, easy access to peer and training schedules, and continuous inspiration for new Copilot scenarios. A community of practice is a key element of this AI transformation, but you can choose where to locate it based on your organizational current practices. Now, a little tip here that I would personally like to share: why not using Microsoft 365 technology to help people adopting Microsoft 365 Copilot by following our Center of Excellence best practices to really build your own community of practice? Now, what I mean by best practices, let me share a few of them. Our suggested framework for creating this community for you and your Copilot users includes SharePoint and Teams. You can build these mediums into any existing community you already have, and we suggest naming them Copilot Center of Excellence. SharePoint pages provide you with resources and updates, while at the same time, Teams channels are offering platforms for announcements, discussions, but also technical management. Similar to your AI Council, your Copilot champions and early adopters are a key team in driving wider adoption. This group will lead by example, helping showcase the practical benefits of your Microsoft 365 Copilot within their daily work. Plus, their positive experiences will naturally inspire curiosity and interest among their colleagues, encouraging broader usage. Now, in a standard rollout program, you will receive periodic feedback from your champions or early adopters, with only a few of them giving you daily insights into their experience. However, with Copilot experiences, we've seen that feedback cycles are actually more rapid as people learn together at scale. They share prompt ideas and how they reach their aha moment that I mentioned in other modules already. Now, to support this, having a well-managed community of practice, or again that center of excellence, is crucial for success. The so-called champions are driving engagement and business transformation. It's these individuals combining technical acumen with people skills to really drive meaningful change. The champions help reduce the strain on the resources of the core project team. They help driving awareness, engagement, and understanding throughout the whole community. Champion duties are a part of the day-to-day duties of that employee alongside their core job function. Representation from across the organization can only help in ensuring balanced viewpoints and early identification of risks and issues. Champions should be formally trained to increase their depth and breadth of the knowledge and be empowered to guide, teach, and train their peers. It's also important to regularly offer positive feedback because it really helps acknowledging the value of their work. A clear action plan is essential for their success. To support this, the Copilot Champions Program Planning Checklist includes these considerations. And some of them are here listed on the slide. I would say spend a minute on this one, maybe pausing the recording. I'm not going to read out all the bullet points here, but you get the idea, right? On the other side, an early adopter program gives your organization early insights and learnings that will help you bring Microsoft 365 apps and services to life for all users. Think of it as a dry run of your organization-wide rollout amongst a representative group of your users that will help prepare you for the full-scale launch. It's an opportunity to test your ideas, as well as understanding with a group of end users who, with their constructive feedback and insights, will help the project team bring that wow factor to the full launch across your organization. Once more, use feedback from early adopters to revisit your communication, training, and feedback plans. Adjust your overall approach based on the input received. Next to that, consider bringing your early adopters into the Champions community so they can continue to support the peers through the transition phase. Now, with all that, also allow me to share a small watch out here, out of my own experience in building early adopter teams. We discussed the different profiles and key stakeholders that should be part of the team already. Executive onboarding is a distinct category of business user with different needs and requirements. Plan for dedicated learning time and feedback cycles from those specific users. At the same time, exclude the CEO and upper management from the early adopter program. And if you're asking why, well, it's really to allow for refining, but also troubleshooting before the full rollout. Now with that, let's discuss the engagement strategy over the next couple of slides here. An engagement plan consists of marketing and communications, as well as intent to educate your employees about the new technology, which means how to use it effectively, and also again creating that excitement. For Microsoft 365 Copilot, the objective of this engagement plan is to really successfully introduce but also broaden the awareness of Copilot, with a focus on fostering an AI skill-centric vision for all employees. The communication strategy should aim to build anticipation prior to the launch and celebrate successes post-launch, emphasizing the value and benefit of Copilot. Additionally, the strategy should highlight the available resources and learning opportunities to again support employees in adopting but also mastering this new technology. All that said, before building your engagement plan, make sure you take enough time to really understand who needs to be informed, what is the key message to convey, and preferences for communication channels. Consider some questions that we have here on the slide when preparing your engagement plan. And as you build your engagement plan, there are actually 4 different elements that should be included. Work on awareness to get the message landing. Next to that, support change, establishing the actual engagement. From there, implement the necessary measurements to analyze the adoption, the enablement, and the success rate of these phases. At the same time, be honest and don't be afraid to revise where needed, if any hiccups should occur. And then finally, what we discussed earlier, don't lose sight on the importance of feedback. And also, do something with it. Because in the end, this will dramatically improve the overall adoption experience. Now, as you know, we already always like to share best practices on getting you up to speed on implementing all this within your organization. These various activities discussed in the previous slide will go a long way in validating Copilot's importance and getting everyone on board with using the new technology. For example, ensure messaging answers "What's in it for me?" for your staff and basically anyone within the company. Convey the value of Microsoft 365 Copilot through, once more, sharing scenarios, and scenarios specifically addressing business challenges. Next, incorporate success stories, because these are the ones that demonstrate cross-functional collaboration. And by the way, you could use Viva, Engage, or Teams to do that. Another example here, plotting a mix of activities along the project timeline, which could include emails, posters, leaflets, and why not organizing events. Maybe scheduling interactive events. Maybe have a leader announcing Microsoft 365 Copilot and invite people into joining that community of practice. In the last section in this module, allow me to emphasize the importance of training and discussing how to best build your training strategy. As you think about your training plan, help employees understand why the change is happening, what's in it for them, and why they're being asked to change. Employees will see productivity gains immediately once they start using Microsoft 365 Copilot. But how each user personalizes their Copilot usage will evolve dramatically, so providing ongoing training is critical to optimizing that journey. For successful Copilot onboarding, organizations should encourage a culture of continuous learning, emphasizing community and peer-to-peer knowledge sharing, with leaders providing a variety of resources and fostering collaboration to keep users informed, but also to collectively overcome challenges. Such an environment is not only helpful to learning, but also really boosts user engagement, provides satisfaction, and creates productivity, all that using Microsoft Copilot. Now, before building your training plan, take enough time to really understand the different groups who require training. What are the topics that should be covered? And also, what are the audience learning preferences? Consider some of the questions here on the slide when preparing your training plan. We suggest users starting with building foundational Copilot skills at an individual level. Next, leverage those skills for more complex department-specific functions. And then finally, move to the more advanced skills that benefit the entire organization by, for example, improved workflows and collaboration. A few examples that could be of use here is Copilot Prompt Gallery. Copilot Prompt Gallery is a feature available both in product and online that helps users learn how to work with Copilot within the organization. This will dramatically accelerate a user's deeper understanding of what Copilot can deliver in their specific scenarios, creating that aha moment. Our rapid enablement training plan is designed specifically for Microsoft 365 Copilot. Copilot offers a special adoption opportunity to really accelerate user satisfaction, accelerate creativity, and accelerate productivity by quickly enabling interactive learning using the product itself. This training prioritizes personalized interactive learning directly within the product to ensure a fast and effective implementation within the organization. It allows for rapid user onboarding, also rapid feedback cycles, and once more, in-product skilling tools. These all are the main way to support adoption. The goal is to help users rapidly move from anxiety and or maybe confusion about the new experience to that excitement level and understanding through interactive learning using that new technology. Our Microsoft Rapid Enablement Plan is meant for users to develop foundational knowledge before moving on to more advanced skills. It's broken down in 3 different parts: foundational learning, Copilot for you, and Copilot for your team. This plan complements the value and skill progression that is suggested for continuous learning. So with that, we're at the end of this module, where you learned about the second phase in our adoption project, Onboard and Engage, all helping you to adopting Microsoft 365 Copilot. These steps you learned are crucial for facilitating a smooth transition, fostering a supportive community, and ensuring your employees are empowered to really start using Microsoft 365 Copilot's capabilities in their day-to-day work. I would like to thank you for having been here, but at the same time, allow me to invite you to join me to the next module because our user enablement journey is not yet completed. Thanks for now, and I see you again soon.